Doing the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. It is Thursday morning. This has been one of the fastest weeks that I can remember.
It has gone by, still waiting on the grandchild.
Yeah, that ain't happening, it doesn't look like. Monday, you'll be sitting here going, no grandbaby.
Yeah, and she's done poked it way out here. And I know she is, she's anxious. The doctor said, you will not make it to your next appointment. That was last week. Well,
yeah,
her
he's
appointment,
wrong.
she's already come and gone. So we're still sitting.
He didn't know as much as he thought he did.
No, little Carson is. He's happy where he's at.
Not ready to come to the world.
Not ready to come into this world.
It's not going to happen until it's supposed to.
That's right. Good Lord knows when he wants Carson to show up.
Absolutely. It's already, as we head toward Friday, we're getting ready for full moon on 5th. We're watching the weather. We'll look at that if there's any changes, because there is rain forecasted for tomorrow. And if you've got an event this weekend that's going to be outside, there's chances of rain. And by late afternoon, we'll be able to tell a whole lot more about the weather. Mm-hmm. Why do I say that? Because the weather changes every 20 minutes. Today was supposed to be like rain, 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 rain. Now it's dropped to a 20% chance instead of the high percentages we had earlier. So we're going to have some sunshine today. As soon as this fog burns out, Odie, how much do you get into coming in?
You know, it's not as much as it was Monday, but still a lot of fog out there. But now, like you said, looking outside the window there, the sun is trying to poke his head out.
Now, we were at a level 3 just a little bit ago. As you can still see, we're at a level 2 in the Meridian area, all the way over to Newton, up to Union, portions of Kemper County, up to 2 Mile Bottom. We got a lot there. If you're traveling 19 north toward Philadelphia, look out. It's going to be heavy there. And also as you move into Alabama there, I-20 is going to be tough once you get past Livingston, Alabama. Be careful, be careful. And this stretches all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Look at this. Hattiesburg area, lots of it there as well. Up in the Delta, it's, Tupelo, Coram, those areas a lot as well. So wherever you're going to the state of Mississippi, you do have this chance. And we got a fog advisory out through about 9 a.m. is what we got.
Yeah, so that's going to be good. State Boulevard, getting some new pavement down, so continue to be careful in that area. King Road between 40th Street and North Hill Street. They're starting on it. They got the milling machines down, pulling up old concrete. So if you're in that area on King Road, if you're coming from Station 4 Fire Department back towards Northcrest Baptist Church,
okay,
you come to King Road. If you were to take a right,
yep, I know that road.
that is where they're going to be milling it through there, so be careful.
Really dampens my day when I'm trying to get somewhere in a hurry and I can't use my shortcuts anymore.
slows you down a half a second.
Yes, it does.
When are you going to get that helicopter?
Yeah, I need one of those bad.
Yeah. We'd have to get you to where you can rappel down out of the rope and let it hover.
Yeah. Batman had one of those, didn't he?
Yeah.
From the Batcopter.
We'll have to get you a belt that you can hook up and zip right back up to it.
The problem with that heights is my issue there, Odie.
Well, we'll put some blinders on. You know how they used to do the horses?
Yeah.
We'll put some blinders on so you can't see below.
A lot of husbands have those blinders. As we look at this, we send condolences. I don't talk as much on this show about what happens nationwide, but this is one of those subjects that we need to bring up there as we see that a rookie police officer, this is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, not Mississippi, but in Pennsylvania. As you can see, a fight breaks out at a high school right by it. He goes to break it up, and he's shot in the stomach and dies from his injuries. Again, condolences to his family. You look at these things of nationwide X amount of people, but each one of these people that are on that list have families. And it's so easy to how many times you bumped into somebody. Well, I got a cousin that lives in New York. Just how really close this stuff is of someone that you know may know a person.
Miss Erica is with us every single day watching this show from Pittsburgh. This is closer to her right here. So, you know, we've got a connection to that area through one of our great watchers, and pray for all of them. But let me touch on this right here, because that officer works with all these other police officers, right?
Uh-huh.
So they just saw what happened to their brother, and that's in their mind. That's what they stick with. This guy went to break up a fight. That's all it was just a fight. Hey, y'all, break it up, and he gets shot. So now you pull somebody over, and you're starting to walk up to that car as an officer. What you had in the back of your mind is now heightened 10 times. You have no idea who's in that car. You have no idea if they've got a gun. You have no idea if they want to hurt you. You have no idea if you're going to make
that much jumpy, won't it?
And then people get mad because the officer pulled them over and they want to get an attitude. And I tell you what, go put their shoes on your feet and walk a day in there with them. Matter of fact, they've got
walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in their shoes. There's a program. You want to see what they go through? Go sign up for it. Doesn't cost you anything, and you get to ride with the police department and see what they do and feel what they feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you get out. There's 100 people out there. You go up and tell them they got to go home.
Yeah, and you're the one that's being censored so much.
Let me ask this: do you believe in karma?
Oh, I do.
I watched a story, and this is factual things that happened. And you got to put yourself in the place of a DoorDash guy or a pizza delivery guy. Now, it doesn't pay the best in the world. We all know that. But most of these guys and ladies that do this is a second job that they've got, trying to make some extra cash to make things work at home for them. I want to say this was in Washington where this took place. Guy delivers a pizza to a car lot. The bill is $43, and he comes in and they're rude to him, and they give him $50. Well, who wouldn't think it's a $7 tip?
Well, yeah.
You would think so. So he gets back to the pizza place, and the car lot has called and complained and said that he stole the $7. So he does the right thing. He goes back, takes them $7, gives it to them. Now he's wasted his gas twice. He's not made anything. Gives them their $7 back. So then the car lot types up a bad review for the pizza place and him for his delivery. Well, the car lot gets humongous backlash from the community for what they done. It got so bad that sales started slipping that 2 of the people they let go. It got so bad. Well, it gets worse for them. The Attorney General notices it, and he starts investigating them and discovers that, well, their cars aren't safe and aren't up to it. They were fined $500,000, and they're out of business now.
Off of a $7 tip. You was too lazy to get off your butt and go pick up your own pizza.
And this man was trying to make a living. $7. It
That's
cost
a
him
half a tank of gas.
Yeah,
I mean, a half a gallon of gas.
That cost him that. He probably lost money.
He did.
He did. And they made a scene. $7 turned in half a million, and then ultimately, no telling how much the revenue the car lot was bringing in a year.
Oh yeah.
All over $7.
I hope that driver's doing the Snoopy dance right now.
But that is karma of, and you know, we often say step back, and it's hard. Now let me remind you, it's hard sometimes that you want to get even with someone. Somebody does something to you and you want to step up. That took care of itself. And in most cases, not all, in most cases it will take care of itself. There's somebody bigger than us that straightens people out, that wrongs people.
Well, talking about God, remember what happened to God's chicken? You want to boycott God's
okay, now I
chicken?
know where you're going with that. Made them bigger than ever, didn't
I mean, look at,
you can't make it up.
You can't even go down a road at lunchtime without being stuck. a half a mile back, but in 6 minutes you got your
That's right.
real name. You know,
And they were going to go after him, all because Chick-fil-A didn't want to work on Sunday. Sure worked out for them. We'll be right back.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt, whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need to keep you dry in those wet conditions. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Welcome back. Bob had a funny one there. As he said, Karma is a female, and she will come get you.
What is that? Scorned woman?
Hell have no fury.
Like a scorned woman?
Isn't that the saying?
That's it. Hell hath no fury like a scorned woman. Y'all watch it.
She'll get you.
Good morning, Bob.
We saw that in the Blues Brothers, where she just constantly was after him. Didn't show up for that date there. But and again, and what I said a moment ago is absolutely true. We sometimes want to do God's work. Do we not?
We do.
You want to get even with somebody, but it usually doesn't work out good for you if you do that. And it is sometimes that turning that other cheek. Let me tell you, some days it's tougher than others, isn't it?
We want to go by our timeline to get retribution and not the Lord's time, but it's coming. He's going to get his retribution.
What was that other saying? I forget what Western. I just arranged the meeting.
Go ahead and make my day.
I just arranged the meeting with God. Let God sort it all out. I forget what Western that was, but it was something to that effect there.
Yeah.
Oh, have mercy, have mercy. We see here in a DNA technology is very helpful a lot of times. After 50 years, a cold case file was at a murder scene was solved because of a cigarette pack that somebody was smart enough to put in and seal up. Fingerprint was there, wasn't available 50 years ago.
And that's the thing is these officers say it's just a cigarette pack, and they didn't throw it away. They kept it and said one day.
Yeah, Steve McGarrett said that, right?
Yeah.
Book him, Dano.
Book him, Dano.
We do hope your morning is going well. We're so glad that you chose us to join in with us. We've got a lot lined up for you of things that have gone on through the community. Let's get started on a few things that happened yesterday. Traffic, let's go to Newton County last night.
Man.
I got word this was somewhere right about dark 30. We started getting reports of a truck that was on fire. It was an 18-wheeler around mile marker 102. As we go here to take a look, and Odie, this is it. This truck was hauling paper in the westbound lane.
Now we're talking about those big rolls of paper. These things is heavy.
This is how traffic looked through a windshield. It was thick. Now this is later on after traffic started to flow here. Simmons on the scene there.
There's one of them.
And let me back that up and show you. And this is like paper. It may have come out of Meridian. This is made, that's paper. That's made in Meridian, specialty roll. Yep. They do that here in Meridian. As we hit play on this.
Oh, and that's why it had to be unloaded, because that trailer is now not roadworthy.
That's correct. As you back up to see there, and that could have been a lot worse. It got some front end damage there, but they did save part of the load there. But it held up traffic. Whenever there's an 18-wheeler involved, you can bet 3 to 5 hours minimum of time being spent.
Oh yeah, and then you've got to get one of these big wreckers there, and then you're looking at it, and now half the stuff has got to be unloaded, and you don't want to damage the product that's not damaged. You want that to be able to be used again, so it takes time.
We had and I'll word this as a horrible accident last night. We don't know the condition at this point, but I speak with Eric Clark quite a bit, and Eric called me and said, we've got a situation that just happened at the Neshoba County Fairgrounds. And as we go here, we had an inbound helicopter, Odie. I don't know if you're up to date on this. Someone was working on a second-story fair cabin on the roof, slipped in some type of way and fell and hit the ground. An aircraft was called in as we see it landing there inside the racetrack on the ground to rush someone for medical care. Air Care was the bird that landed there, and that's them taking this person for medical care. I do not know the condition of the person this morning. They were unstable when they were picked up last night. Few prayers for whoever this is.
Definitely.
And at the point in time when it all happened, I'm not aware if it was a cabin owner or if it was someone that they hired to do the work on their cabin. I don't know yet. I'm sure that someone is well aware of the situation there.
Each one of y'all's got insurance for your car. You got insurance for your home. You got health insurance. You have to Google it, but I've got insurance, helicopters. Y'all go get helicopter insurance.
I got it.
It's cheap. You got it. For 2 different helicopters, I think I'm paying $200 a year for my entire family. $200 a year. And I hope that's $200 that I've wasted. But that ride right there was, we'll say $60,000.
All right, Carl told us it was a 78-year-old man that fell, and he did own the cabin.
Wow.
So that tells us a lot more than we know. And if y'all know him personally, y'all look out for him.
Yeah, that's something.
2 stories is a long fall.
And now that's red dirt. That's hard. It is. That's not bouncing up kind of dirt out there. Man, prayers.
But you know, speaking of that helicopter insurance, I was going to do it, and I finally give Angie the paper, and she handled it. With most things that I intend on doing.
I hope I don't use any of my insurance. But that right there for $200 a year.
Because that stuff, those flights are like anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000
on the cheap side.
On the cheap side, it's very expensive. You think that ambulance $1,000 ride is bad?
Yeah, boy, and we do a lot of cruising, so we're in Mexico a lot.
It ain't coming
and I've got
there,
insurance. I do have insurance for fixed wing. Come get my butt in Mexico.
Oh, you've got that, huh?
Yes, sir, Bob.
Well, I didn't know that.
An ambulance was called, and they probably stabilized him until a helicopter got here. He was not going to be able to get the help that he needed here,
so they take
locally. So the best thing to do is get him to Jackson. And the best thing to do for that is stabilize him. They can do that in the back of a truck just like they can at a hospital, and he's not bouncing up and down these roads. So on that part, he was probably most likely safer right there where he was waiting on the airplane than it was to get him to a hospital.
And that was, I remember a similar situation in Lauderdale, where they landed a helicopter at the Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena to take someone to Jackson. The ambulance brought them there to ship them there, and just safer to do it that way. And we do hope, as he gets better, somebody let us know about that.
Exactly. Keep us posted. Everybody else wants to know, and we're going to send prayers his way.
Yeah, man. Let's see what else we got going on. Yesterday was an extremely, extremely busy day. Now, I have to tell you this. I visit scenes a lot of times that either nothing becomes of it or it wasn't anything. It looks big. I did run up on a scene to where some possible drug paraphernalia was found on the ground. I haven't gotten an answer to this yet. I've got to see if I can get an answer out of the Meridian Police Department. It was right off 24th Avenue on the ground. We'll see what we can do on that. Next thing, Newton is looking for someone. Newton PD. If you happen to know this person in the community, they need you to help identify him. There's the vehicle he was riding in, and there he is. Let's make that a little bit bigger for everybody. Do you know this person? If you do, call 683-2042 or 635-2101. As always, you can dial that 911 and go, hey, I recognize that person.
Somebody knows him, and if he's watching this morning, just walk on down there and say, hey, man, look, let's get this
if there's a misunderstanding, it can be straightened out. They did not tell us why they were looking for him. One can only assume with there that it's trespassing to some degree.
Yeah.
Being somewhere you ain't supposed to be. But we'll wait and see what they have to tell us on that.
Bob said if I can't get a helicopter or an airplane come get me, he'll bring the bass boats. That's a long ride to Mexico. But look, Bob, I appreciate it, brother.
That Cajun Navy will come get you there.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And there are probably areas where you do need boats that can only get to you.
Oh, yeah.
You get back in there where T-Roy and all that bunch there in the swamp lives.
Ain't no helicopter coming and too far out for an ambulance.
You'll want him going, Judy, put him in the boat.
What Duck Commander, what'd he say? He says, we live so far out of town. He said, when you call 911, I am 911.
We'll be right back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. It is Thursday morning as we head toward our weekend.
Friday Eve. Already?
What was Miss Pat trying to tell us what she got?
We got a car show in Lake Mississippi Saturday, but we don't know where.
Yeah.
So get with Pat Jordan, and I was thinking of Miss Pat's pies.
I saw her baby son yesterday.
Oh, he's a hooter. He keeps us safe.
He said, "What do you think happened to me, my mama?"
You grew up around it. I'm sure she used him as a
You taste this.
Yeah, see what you think about this.
Good food. But Miss Pat, let us know where that's going to be held in Lake, that car show, so we can tell everybody about that. Car shows are going to be fun. They always are. And people put so much time in the cars.
And then mud bugs Saturday, if y'all like mud bugs. I don't think
what's happening?
Mud bugs.
Who's having
Moose Lodge.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, since we mooses taking care of, they got children's homes and all that stuff. So
that's what they give. That's what the money's used for.
Man, they support so many things, not just the moose part, but around here. This is the moose riders that are doing this, and we'll put a flyer out. But Saturday, mud bugs, if you eat them, we'll be there maybe. We're going to try to be there.
Yeah, we'll do our best to swing by. I think there's several events going on Saturday.
Bunch of stuff going on Saturday, but we'll keep you posted.
Speaking of Highway 80 West, let's go out there. We had a shooting in Meridian yesterday. And it was one of those things that you couldn't help but notice the 50 police cars going yonder way. Well, let's follow everybody.
I don't see where they're going.
I got in behind the ambulance. Everybody showed up at Western Gardens, and it was quickly everybody left. They couldn't find anything. A call came in that someone was shot. Once on scene, there was absolutely nothing to be seen. No one standing around. Made the loop, come on back to town, and then they made it by private car to the hospital as they felt it better to get in a car and go quickly to a hospital by themselves. And that would happen. One person was shot. I don't believe this is life-threatening. It doesn't, but I always put this in there. It doesn't matter whether it's life-threatening. You still got shot.
You still got shot?
Yes.
Now, kudos for getting yourself to the hospital.
Yes,
Sometimes it's better to get yourself there than wait on something.
Because I would panic. Wow! Elizabeth, I'm coming.
Somebody wrap it up.
And I would. And the good story to this is no one is deceased on this story.
Amen.
We don't have the details of what prompted this. I got a lot of rumors, but I don't have the actual facts of what happened there. But I got a lot of rumors on that. Fortunately, this didn't turn out like it could have.
That's the main thing. He's still with us.
That's right. And that was a pretty tough one there, Odie.
All right, Lake Mississippi. Just going to be downtown.
Downtown. Can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
Take a right.
Y'all go to downtown, you'll see it. Yeah. All right.
And we can't go another moment without bragging on some folks. 2 lives were saved yesterday, and this is what is so unique about this. Especially when it's on the rural route, when something bad happens, people have to leave what they're doing because it's a lot of volunteers that pitch into doing this. They're out either weed eating, they're cutting grass, they're cooking supper, and the call comes. It's kind of like a Minuteman. You got to drop what you're doing and go help someone.
I heard somebody was in a tanning bed when that call came.
Really, was it?
Yeah.
Who that could have been, Odie?
I got a clue.
Half tan today. Look for a half tan man today.
I come running up out of there, though.
And the bad part is he just admitted that he goes to a tanning bed, y'all.
You can tell I go to a tanning bed. Ain't no sense in hiding it. Until I get down there on the beach, then I'll leave the tanning bed alone.
My, oh, my, oh, my. But as we said, I cannot brag upon the first responders that came to this because they were, as they say, everywhere as they came to this. The Chunky River. This would be out at the old fish camp.
Yeah.
Is where this would happen.
So it was a great show when Meehan Fire and Rescue got there.
Look at that water.
Man, look, that river's dangerous in itself. But with the amount of rain, that river is way up high, and it is very, very swift. It is strong. And it did not take long to get these people off there. A little bit of liquid courage can get you in more trouble.
Yes, sir, it can.
That you don't need to be in. But so Lima Dive Team en route, Meridian Fire Water Rescue Team en route. We had Enterprise
Clark was
Water
getting ready to
Rescue
come.
Was on standby waiting. This was a all hands on deck. Kudos to everybody that showed up, was able to get these people out of there, and it was a great outcome. But y'all be careful on this river. When we have this much rain, and it's not just here, it's up north that comes down here. All that water comes here. And that river is very, very, very dangerous. So you can be a great swimmer, and it doesn't matter. That river is strong and will overpower you.
But they actually held on to a branch, if I'm not mistaken.
They finally got one.
And rescuers were able to get to them.
We didn't have to get in the water, which was something because that was dangerous for the rescuers to get in. But we've got the equipment. Thank you to our Board of Supervisors. We've got the equipment to be able to do that and safely do it. So I want to say thank you to them for funding our rescue team.
Now, our next story, I'm not going to add anything to it because I simply don't know any more than what I know. And you can't, I don't want to speculate on what happened when you don't know what happened. But a call came out that a gunshot had happened possibly a victim out on Old Highway 80 West, a little bit further down the road. And we went to it yesterday. And let me show you the video here of what we've got. We've got a car that is here where a gunshot went off. Again, as you can see, this is a cemetery. We've got police there. This is actually before the ambulance got there. And as we look at the pictures here, the ambulance did arrive on scene. One person ended up being taken to the hospital for evaluation.
Wow.
Now, here's what I know. A gunshot went off in the car. There were 2 people in the car. I have no idea how the gunfire happened, but it did.
Could have been an accident.
It could have been. And so I was not in it. I did not get their statement. And so it happened. They were taken for evaluation. They were not hurt from a gunshot wound, and all ended well pretty quickly there. And that was out at the cemetery. There was a worker present on scene that called 911 that said, "Hey, I just heard a gunshot over here," and you never know. So
Man,
that's
glad everybody's okay over there.
Yeah. Coming up, we're going to talk to you about the dog pound and Jamal. All of that's coming up in just a second as we'll get a little bit deeper into this. We need to address this. It's a community thing that people want to know more about. We'll tell you what we know at this point and be right back. Yeah.
Celebrating our 7-year anniversary, Al's Garden and Gift is excited to bring you the beautiful colors of spring to your home. So many bedding and vegetable plants, hanging baskets, roses, and other plants that will bring on the colors of spring. It's the perfect time to spend in the yard. Spruce up lawn and flower beds with fresh sod, mulch soils, and pine straw. Then brighten your day with unique gifts in the shop. Spring is here at Al's Garden and Gift. Bloom with happiness.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie as we all gather around for a Thursday.
God, Friday Eve. I mean, it feels like we just started this week.
I know. I don't think there was a weekend, best I remember.
Not much of one.
It was long nights and so much went on over the weekend.
What was that show? It wasn't Mr. Mom, but it had him in it.
Which one? Keaton?
It had Keaton in it. Duplicity. It was like 8 of him. Multiplicity. You know, it was
I ain't never heard of that.
He had 8 of himself to do different things.
No, never heard of that one.
You don't remember that one? It's an older one. But yeah, he cloned himself somehow, and there was like 8 of them.
Thought we were supposed to get into some Cheech and Chong trivia there for a moment there. Do you remember?
Well, let's see your license.
Nice.
It's on the bumper.
Nice dreams. They were funny.
Oh, man.
They were funny there. As we get ready for the Jimmy Rogers Festival getting ready to start, we're all excited over that. They'll be joining us next week to tell us about the shows that are up and coming. I know one of the shows are going to be up at the Ellis Theater. Marty is helping out with that. And then shows
Beautiful
here.
Place. If you hadn't been, go.
Oh, I got to go up not long ago and stand on the stage, and that little piece of wood there is neat. It types of country music trivia up there, memorabilia. Marty's got it going on. Now, let's address and talk about what we know at this point. There was some controversy that came out of a city council meeting, and as we told you yesterday, there was probably more to the story than we knew. And
there was a reason.
We kept repeating that because we didn't know the facts. And it's always scary to jump in on something where you don't have all the information.
Yeah.
And later on in the day, we would get this. I saw it from Larry Gill first, where Dwayne Davis, who is a council member, who the clip we played yesterday morning, him saying, well, we'll just take the money from animal control and not the police department. Well, at the end of the day, as we pulled this up, he put up a statement here on Facebook about all of this. At the end of the day, that money is going to be borrowed and then replaced into that fund to build the animal control shelter. They're taking
$280,000 that they've set back for the new building.
So I think it's a little more than that.
And it's not going to be done till fall of next year.
So at the beginning of the new cycle, they'll be able to take the 20,000 up. Let me reword that, up to 20,000. From what I'm understanding, it's not going to cost quite that much to put the show on, but they've approved up to $20,000 to pay for the stage, lights, and sound. And if you've ever done a concert, that's really chicken feed for what this stuff costs. Lights, sound. When I was doing it 25 years ago, it was anywhere from 15 to 20 then for a stage with lights and sound, and that's a pretty good figure what they've gotten on this. So to have a professional stage, it costs.
This is, I made a comment, well, hey, we've got Budweiser, Miller Lite that's got stages. Of course, if they bring theirs, it's going to have their signs, their logos, all that on it. This is not just him coming to sing for us. This is a major performance for him that's going to be televised. Yeah, they're going to spend that much time here in Meridian. So you have to have a professional stage that comes out. But I said this Monday when we started talking about this coming, that whatever this cost, if this man who's got connections with all of these elementary kids, if he changes one of them's life because they look up and said, he went through with what his dream was, he pushed forward, and look at what he's done now. He can do it. I can do it. If we change the trajectory of one child's life through what Jamal has done with his, I don't care how much it costs. And he's starting at the right place with where he works at, the young kids. This is awesome.
And again, this is only if he makes the top 3. He's in the top 7 now, and it does look as though that he will do that. We're proud of him, and there will be a parade. Be a parade, and then there'll be a concert following the parade at City Hall, and that's where this money is being allocated for. Now, again, here's Dwayne's number here. If you'd like to know more about this, he put it in the article there. 601-938-0923. If you'd like to talk to him about it, he'll probably return your phone call as quickly as he can. Election is coming up. If you don't agree with any of this, don't forget to vote. You can make a change coming up at the end of the year if you don't like the way things are being run in the city. You've got to vote, though, June 3rd.
Bob, you said it. If you want to change, if you don't like how Meridian is, then invest in it. Bob hit it. This is an investment. This is a $20,000 investment, and we know it's not going to cost that much, in the future of Meridian, Mississippi. Right here. You can't buy this kind of advertisement for $10,000.
And could this have been avoided? But you have to put yourself in the place of Dwayne. You're explaining where money's going to in front of people, and if he'd have just said, we're going to replace the money next year, none of this would have happened. But you've got to, I can't blame the man on that, because a lot of times you're trying to explain and you just don't think of it. This is not as bad as it seemed yesterday when everybody was a little outraged, because pets are important. This area, pets are family, and we get that. And again, that's why I hem-hauled around yesterday saying there's probably more to this than we know, and it ended up being that.
Yep.
There was an explanation. The money will be put back, just kind of borrowed for a few months and then put back in there to where we can have this to take care of our pets in Meridian. And we're proud of Jamal as he heads toward, we hope, a victory, and this will lead to great things there.
Hit 750.
Yeah,
$7,000 is what they got. Look, they said let's go up to 20. You don't go and say we're going to do $10,000 and it turns around and it's $12,000, and now you've got to have an emergency meeting to come together to try and find $2,000. Say we're going to do up to a maximum of $20,000. It's still an investment in our community, and I believe that there's no better person right now than Jamal to reach the young kids that he has had the pleasure of working with for years to change some lives. And that's what we need. The good Lord to help lead us through this life, and Jamal to help us make a difference right here in our community. Y'all go vote. Let's make this happen. Go vote for him.
So let's quit fighting amongst ourselves, get it taken care of, and be proud of a Meridian night.
Yeah.
Let's go back in history as we look at one of those great things that happened in the state of Mississippi.
Right at the crossroads.
And again, this will be one of those things that will never be settled. Did it happen?
Yeah.
Where did he disappear to? And after 6 months, became one of the greatest singers there ever was. Couldn't play, they say, before that. Awful. He disappears, and they say a little deal was made at a crossroads in Mississippi. Robert Johnson was born 1911. And again, is there a such thing as a deal with the devil? They say it happened.
God is real. So what else does that mean?
It makes the devil real.
Oh, man. That's
this
tough.
next guy, I think you've seen him in movies all your life. Donald Rickles was born on this day back in 26. Now, before long, there won't be any reruns where you even see this guy. Times are changing and people are not remembering. Ricky Nelson went to a garden party. Y'all remember him? He's got a birthday today. Born in 40. He would perish in an airplane flight.
Did. Man. Tough stuff.
Didn't work out with it. Captain and Tennille, do y'all remember them?
Yeah, a couple of their songs, but
Love Will Keep Us Together. Love
will keep us
together. What was the one about the muskrat love? We had the little rat at the beginning of it. It was big. It was big. She's got a birthday today, Tony.
The Chipmunks? Is that what?
Well, Muskrat Love. I don't remember how the tune went, but it had two rats at the beginning of the song. Somebody work with me here.
Oh, man.
They were married for like 35, 40 years, and she divorced him just a few years ago. Dumped him.
Oh, well.
I'm not sure he's still with us now.
Uh-oh.
He could have had a bad ending to that. 1945, Germany surrendered.
Wow.
Big day for that.
Yes.
A lot of bad things happened during that war. Who remembers this guy?
He started the food fight.
Yeah. And as we go back to remember Animal House. He was also in St. Elsewhere, born in Norfolk, Virginia. His name was Stephen First. And I don't think he really done much outside of that, but most remembered for that role.
Oh, yeah.
And, of all the movies and remakes that they've done, they've never touched Animal House.
No. I don't think you could.
I was doing something the other day, and you know how things roll past your news feed, and I remember seeing the guy, Belushi, on the ladder. And then...
Oh, y'all can't make this stuff up.
Oh, it was funny. David Keith, do y'all remember him? The Indian in the cupboard?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? He played the cowboy in that. He's been in a lot of other movies, though. Born in 1954 on this date. That was a good little movie.
That was a good movie.
I enjoyed that. Sometimes these kids' movies are the best.
They do have some good stuff.
And again, that movie, that cartoon, Up, I would put that up against anything.
Well, I still want me one of them collars from my dog. I want to know what he's thinking.
Oh, have mercy. Sean Connery.
Bond.
Yes,
James
it would be.
Bond.
There he is. 1963, he became the first Bond. The man was a great actor. You got to give him credit for that, and had class.
All right, Muskrat Love was a big hit for Captain and Tennille. It was originally done by America.
I don't know America.
I don't either.
Is that the one that went through the horse in the desert with no name?
I like that song.
Do you know what I'm...
I know that song.
I went through... I didn't...
The desert with a horse with no name.
Yeah, it didn't do it for me, but I remember hearing it.
Yeah.
Huh. There you are.
Hell, all right then.
1964, Half Pint was born.
Wow.
And who am I meeting? Well, Melissa Gilbert.
Yep.
She don't look like that anymore.
Is she still with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's married and a beautiful woman. As we go back to 1976, it's Welcome Back.
Mr. Cobb.
And I don't remember the rest of the song, but the theme song went number 1 today. John Sebastian wrote that and really had a hit with it on the radio.
Man.
It's a rarity that you have kind of like Dallas, the theme song that was just so humongous. Yeah. The Dukes of Hazzard would also with Waylon. It's a handful of theme songs that ever make it to.
Bad Boys, What You Gonna Do?
There you go. Let's go back for Willie.
Oh boy.
You were always
on my mind.
That's the whiniest man I think I've ever heard. Somewhere today he's 92 and high.
Well, you know, if your CPA took all your money and got you in a lot of trouble, you'd whine too.
Anybody remember watching Happy Days? This was toward the end where people were really bailing because they had changed writers and didn't know what they were doing anymore. But Chachi married Joni today on Happy Days.
And then tried to start their own show that flopped.
Yeah, it was a big flop.
It was.
It was bad.
Did it make it a whole? Well, they didn't have seasons like they do now.
It didn't go very long. You remember this little fella?
I do remember this.
This was trying to cash in on the fame of different strokes.
Yeah.
And it worked there for a while there. That guy, he played football, didn't he?
As big as he is, he had.
But I
can't remember his name.
Me either. It's not Ditka, is it?
No, it wasn't him.
Okay. But he was a football player turned actor. Webster. A lot of people like that. It lasted how many years?
Talking about that.
From 83 to 5 years.
Well, that's pretty good. 4 years.
Yeah. Dana Plato. Man. Y'all remember this?
Yeah.
A drug abuse, and it just spiraled out of control, and it would end for her. She played on Different Strokes, if you remember that. Willie? That's correct. A lot of child actors really have it pretty tough there. Their lives are not normal.
And
Opie,
Gary, didn't he get
sued his parents?
Sue with his parents because of the money that he made?
They took it all.
Yeah. He didn't know any better. He was having fun.
Yeah.
You know, you mean you'll buy me a popsicle? Okay. Oh, man.
Yeah, let's see what else we had happen today. Toby Keith.
Oh, Toby.
They released. I'm just talking about tonight. I'm not talking about hooking up and settling down. I'm just talking about tonight. Toby Keith. That was 24 years ago, and we no longer have Toby, of course, now at this point. Here's one of those earring-wearing guys that, sort of changing country music.
But he can sing.
I didn't say he couldn't sing. I didn't say he was country either.
Yeah.
They tried to tell you it was country, but it wasn't country. It still ain't country. Keith Urban.
All right, so we're getting, that fella's name was Alex Karras, and he played for the Detroit Lions. Had a bunch of people that knew who he was, and then the sheriff, Todd Kemp, said he played Carricks, something like that, Alex Carricks, for the Detroit Lions.
Oh.
He was a big boy.
Yeah, big old boy there. But I knew he played football. I just couldn't remember what it was. But popular back in the day. I know this man was big in his time, but something about the cattle call just really turns me off. I never cared for that song. I've yet to pull up to a red light and somebody be singing the cattle call. Ooh.
They don't have it turned up on the tape deck.
It was scary there. As we go back to remember Eddie Arnold, he passed away today. And again, now he done a lot for music. He just, wasn't my kind of music.
Karras. Thank you, Deborah. Alex Karras. I guess she's doing that so we'll know how to pronounce it. We need that kind of help every now and then.
Yes, we does.
So thank you for that.
When we make it to Fox News, we're going to hire you as a writer so we'll know what to say.
Yeah. We need that siphon and,
Yeah, don't spell it correctly. Spell it so I can say it.
We need that phonics.
Yes.
So we can break it
Redneck
down.
phonics.
Yeah.
There you are. We go to Saturday Night Live back in 2010. There was a young lady standing on the edge of the stage getting ready for that live button to hit. And, here she is. She went there, Betty White.
Okay, now, what did she? It was a day or two of her 100th birthday that she passed.
The day before, wasn't it? She was 99 years old and died like
the day
that.
before.
Yeah, it was real close to. They had already planned the celebration, and she didn't quite make the mark.
Fun.
They'd done an interview with her for People magazine and had her on the cover, and didn't cross the finish line.
Man, but now living a life, she had it. She was funny.
I don't remember how many days it was to be exact.
But it wasn't many, 1 or 2, something like that.
If you ever watched Young and the Restless, how many of y'all used to watch what they called the stories?
Sometimes 17 days.
17.
Yeah, okay.
We were within it. It was within grasp.
Yeah. You know, I got stuck sometimes watching because you didn't have a choice. Mama had it on, and
do you remember this woman, Mrs. Chancellor?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, she played Mrs. Chancellor on Young and the Restless, and the guy that's been on there forever, Victor Newman, with the mustache.
Oh, yeah.
I assume he's still there. He ought to be about 95 at this point. He's got to be.
Because he was old when I was watching.
Yeah.
And I'm old, so.
He had to have been 40 when me and you were kids.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Get Smart. Anybody remember that? This guy passed away today. William, you'll recognize his face, probably not his name there, but Get Smart. Yeah. Always putting his shoe up to the ear and things of that nature there. And this guy who come out of nowhere, who broke the mold on modern country music and had some talent.
Yeah.
Luke Combs went #1 today with This One's For You. The guy's got a lot of talent. I like
yes, he does.
He writes some good stuff there. That's a trip down memory lane there.
A good memory lane.
Now, what was Rat Patrol? I don't remember that one there, Todd Kemp.
Victor played on Rat Patrol.
Was that a Western or was that a detective show? Could be.
Bob, you said that's country. That old boy is he's good country.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy Slay, what you got here?
Today's VE Day.
Yes, we talked about it exactly. You talking about somebody local that supports our veterans? Jimmy Slay is definitely a huge supporter of all of our veterans, and definitely make sure everybody knows what days we have and what they mean.
Eddie Arnold, make the world go away.
Yeah.
And I thought
he wasn't on Get Smart. Now that wasn't
the main character.
That wasn't the main character.
On it. Yeah. I thought he was had a role in it though.
Desert Military on ATVs, Rat Patrol.
Desert. Well, I missed that one.
It was a detective show.
Okay.
Karina's saying.
Well, if people know more than we do.
It was a World War II 30-minute war TV show. Okay.
Yeah.
We do got some smart people.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
We need all the help we can get, folks. Every bit of it.
Yeah.
Feel free to lend a helping hand wherever you can to help us out there. Coming up, we're going to tell you about, and y'all watch it up there by Marvin's. We're going to tell you why and show you an example. That area there, that little hill, why to be cautious.
Yeah, boy.
We'll be right back.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work.
5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back. We got a few events that are coming up we want to tell you about. You'll notice in your on the rural route, they've been passing this out about
rural route.
That they had a couple of movies about that there, TV shows there. RFW, the rural route, RFD.
RFD. Yeah.
And of course, mailboxes. They're asking for canned food, and they're going to be holding this down at the post office here. It's a letter carrier food drive, and we've got our brown bag that's been put in hours there. If you can help out, goes to Wesley House, Love's Kitchen there. They're going to be holding this event this Saturday at the post office. If you don't want to leave it in your mailbox, you can come down and drop it off. Always a good cause, and they give a lot of food to people each year that need a little helping hand there to get back on their feet.
That's cool.
There's a lot of people that their homes are burned. They help there as well, and this food goes to help all of this stuff. And also, I think, here we go. We got all the information about Lake. Here we go. Here's the car show there.
A classic car show. Be some beautiful ones there. Downtown Lake, $20 entry fee. 2 best rat rod, 2 best race car or truck. You can sign up there at the event, 7 to 12 that morning all the way to noon. So awards are going to be around 1 o'clock. So y'all go out there, have a wonderful day. 50-50 drawing, you can't beat those. Get your chance to win half of the pot. The more y'all play, the bigger the pot is.
We got to go live to, well, it's almost live. It's semi-live.
Semi-live.
Let's go to Little Rock, Mississippi. Is this your puppy dog? He has been found over at the Dollar General.
And him's is nice. Him just wants to go home.
Yeah, he's standing there going, where's my food?
Yeah.
Where'd I go?
Somebody feed me. I got a collar.
Yeah, so if you're missing your dog in the Little Rock area, there he is. Kind of a chocolate-looking lab there.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit about old Bert with that tail. Mm-hmm. Of course, I can tell you, Bert's at home and he's probably on the bed.
Watching you. If you've got dogs, or they try to fool you, like you come in from work and they jump up like they're protecting the place, like they've been doing it all. They've been laying all day on the couch snoring.
Yeah, he ain't done nothing. We startled him what it was. He wasn't protecting us. It scared him.
You got to act tough. You may not know what.
If I get up in the middle of the night and go to a wreck or something like that, and then I come back wee hour in the morning and Amy's asleep, and I opened that door and he was asleep and didn't hear my truck. Oh,
it's bad.
He'll eat somebody up, which I like that. But now if he hears my truck, he'll be at the door talking about, hey, Pop.
Where's the treat?
Yeah.
I didn't wake nobody up. I need a treat. I had that happen a lot.
Time to feed, man.
I mentioned up by Marvin's Tractor Supply. That's a very dangerous. We lost a life there a few months, a year or so ago of an accident. We had a wreck there yesterday. And let's just take a look here. Front end damage here. And what they were doing is taking that off where the car could be driven. And that's what it was involved with. And ain't got no rear end no more.
We'll just throw the tire in the back.
Little Ford Ranger. Boy, those were popular back in the day.
Yeah, they were. And you see a few more coming. I guess that gas price got a hold to them.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me get my Ranger back going again.
Here's a bird's eye view of what we've got as we look at this. And again, this is up by the church. They're having a conference there. The old bank across the street there.
It's a busy intersection trying to get pulled out. And sometimes it's easier if you're coming away from the church or Marvin's to hang you a right and then go up the road and make you a turnaround.
Yeah.
Instead of having to cross that over.
Security there helping out along with the police officers helping as well. We do appreciate them. They understand that, trying to get him back on the road there. But no serious injuries. That is the good news we can tell you about that one also. Wasn't that way over last night in Marion? We had a wreck with injuries around 11 p.m. last night. And this is that familiar right there near the Dollar General there. As we go here to take a look, Ford F-150 has got issues now.
Uh-oh.
We're going to call that a total loss at this point. As we see, the second car also had some major damage there as well. Some injuries there involved with that. People checked out at a local hospital as well. Let's go to Neshoba County. Boy, this one really hurt there, Odie. Look at that.
Well, at least the front door is not bad.
Yeah, you can use it.
Yeah.
That's about all you're going to find there in a fender.
And a fender. I think if they pull that away from the tire, they can use that car again.
Yeah. Can nobody ride with you?
Yeah, you can't have no guests.
And fortunately, we don't have to get an inspection sticker anymore, so you just drive till you get stopped.
You'll be all right. I see a bunch of them running around now.
Oh, let's see here. We did have a motorcycle chase last night.
Oh,
this would, I got lots of calls on this one. They go, there goes a popo, and there goes a whoof. What was that?
It was a dot. Huh?
Yeah, motorcycle. Black helmet is all that we know at this point. It was going so fast, that's all anybody could really see.
Ooh.
It went south on Highway 19 south toward the Bama line, out toward Wynot. Last seen, I'm not sure, it was terminated at that point by Meridian Police because of safety. When you deal with the motorcycles, anything can go wrong. They just let him go. And Highway Patrol and also the County Patrol was notified of that.
I bet they got a picture of his tag.
He might have been so fast. There's a possibility. You never know.
Yeah.
They may go visit him.
You'll come back to town again.
Speaking of Neshoba County, there's been a lot going on in Neshoba County. I want you to see if you can spot what's hidden in the tailgate.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. Yeah, boy.
He got a little duct tape there so he can be reallocated to a new location there.
Yeah.
Trying to sunbathe in the middle of Highway 21 didn't work out quite so well.
You can go pet him right now.
Yeah. I ain't the one going to take the duct tape off, though.
All you got to do is hold his snoot.
You go right ahead.
Off.
Yeah, I ain't doing it. Better be letting go quick.
That one.
Don't trip and fall.
Oh.
Do y'all remember going to the Choctaw Indian Fair and the guy that used to stick his head in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That all worked out till somewhere down in Florida.
What if he's still doing it?
Well, he got a little hurt.
Right.
I've never wanted to play with him.
I've always wanted to do that, but I mean, not stick my head in the mouth.
I will get you hooked up with people that will let you do that.
I'm on the safer side of playing with an alligator, but I've always wanted to do that though.
Let's talk about this briefly. Yesterday, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, hunt oil, and believe it or not, there was no serious injuries with this. This is just a still picture of what happened there yesterday. Of an explosion there happened, and everybody at the end of the day, okay, some minor injuries that were, and should that change, we'll let you know, but nothing, obviously, no death, but kind of scared everybody. They were relighting something, and it just didn't go as planned.
So, you remember them Cajun fellows that responded to an oil rig fire? They asked, what you going to do first with this reward money? We're going to fix the brakes on this truck.
Y'all pay attention to this. This one will sneak up on you. This is 8th Street, right next to, I think that used to be the IGA store.
IGA right back there.
Yeah.
It says flagman ahead. Don't you think there should have been a flagman behind you out there?
Should have been.
I mean, that's where the road is.
I never did find him.
There wasn't no sense of him being in front of him.
That's a big bump there.
Flagman ahead.
8th Street. It gets kind of hairy right along in there. Let's see here. Collinsville Community Club, they have selected their scholarship program. Look at this. Congratulations here. Jamie Thomas and also John Clayton won.
That is awesome.
Glad y'all got that.
Yeah.
I know Marion is getting ready for their awards before long there. We need to talk about Russell.
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti.
You know, I bet Chuck Roberts and his new woman is going to be there.
You think so?
Eating spaghetti. I wonder if they get a hold of that same noodle.
And do the kiss thing?
Yeah.
I can almost see it now.
I told him, I said, Chuck, just let me know I've got my license. I can marry you.
Has Chuck proposed yet?
He hadn't proposed yet.
Well, I want to video it.
I
think we could do a live event out of this.
That's what I told him. I said, this can be the very first live on Scotty Ray with Odie officiating Chuck Roberts' wedding. This is ideal. Perfect opportunity.
Do we get to call it Lady and the Tramp?
Well, we could. We'll even have spaghetti there, just like Russell. I think we'll be all right.
Oh, come on out to Russell. They're going to be having this before long. It's going to be in June is when this is taking place, Odie, as we get ready for this. June the 6th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. goes to help out the fire department there. Come get you some plates you can order in advance, or just come get it the day of. They probably got a table that you could sit down and eat up there.
Yeah, your friends are going to be there. You might as well go.
Also had a chance to drop by yesterday. It is National Correctional Officers Week. And look here. Here's Shirley. He's throwing it on the grill.
Yeah, he is.
Ward's straightening out.
Proclamation going on.
Yes, sir.
And is that Citizen Solly?
Citizen Solly was there telling everybody how to cook.
Well, I bet he was.
It was
everybody straight.
It was good to see Billy again there.
Yeah.
And everybody enjoyed themselves, and they fed the correctional officers for Correctional Officers Week. And glad they done that. That is good there.
It means a lot. Those men and women that do that, they really deserve some kudos for what they do.
Oh, without a doubt there. Let's see if there was, I don't know if y'all have seen this, the Jackson State president of the college has resigned. They didn't give a reason why, but no reason given.
So they'll be on the hunt for a new president.
They sure will be. So that's two of the things there. They have caught, remember I told you about that shooting that happened over, the mayor was... They've arrested 2 people with the Cinco de Mayo shooting in Vicksburg. There's a lot goes on in Vicksburg. Kind of makes me want to just wait till I get to Jackson to stop. No, you better have enough gas to make it to Newton.
You better be able to cross that line too. Yeah.
Woof.
Ooh.
I mean,
$100,000 each bond.
Yeah, you have to watch it over there. They even turn the Waffle House into to go only. They don't even want you sitting around there in Vicksburg.
That's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad. When the Waffle House has got a walk-up window.
We may have one of them in Meridian.
Well, I know we did.
Is that back to opening up now?
I think it's back opening now.
That's good. That's good.
So, yeah.
I hadn't...
I like a Waffle House.
Oh, they're absolutely good. We enjoy that. They always have something good to eat there. Let's see. I know that in DeSoto County, they had an ambulance try to drive through the side of the wall.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if somebody stole the ambulance. I don't know.
We don't know everything yet.
But they said, a suspect's in custody, and that's all we can figure is, look, they leave an ambulance running, and people, well, why you always got the ambulance crunk up wasting gas? Because you got to make sure that when that thing's running and you need it, it will crank up and go. And there's that chance that if you ever cut it off to go inside and get a hamburger and you get called out and you come back out and it goes, yank. So you leave them running to make sure that everything's good to go. It don't cost that much.
Yeah, and I know people go, but if it's your life...
You want that cop cars. Everybody, well, why is he leaving his car running? Because of the computer systems, the radios, the lights. It's a draw.
Oh, I thought it was so the criminals could borrow it and they go to Kemper County.
Well, so they can have air conditioning.
All the way to Kemper.
Yeah, sure did. But you cut a cop car off, when you turn it back on, you're 4 or 5 minutes to get your computer back up and going and all that. So they leave that running. It ain't costing.
You ever see mine running? It's because I forgot to turn it off. And that has happened.
You better go chase it.
I remember to lock it. I just didn't remember to turn it off. I jumped out in a hurry before there. We'll be right back with birthdays. Get yours in quickly. We'll do that next.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Kia Meridian.
We're a family-owned business that's been serving the community for 25 years.
If you're looking for a new Kia, we have them. And if we don't, we'll find it.
No stress, no hassle, just the best deals. And right now we can get rates as low as 0%.
Shop local, get the car you want. And be a part of the Kia of Meridian family.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we near the end of the program this morning. It's been a lot
already.
I know.
Man.
We got to go out and chase new things today.
Something will come up.
Yeah, it will.
Gut feeling that something's going to happen.
It will. It will. It always does. Who's having a birthday today?
Oh, we do have old Chuck. Chuck Hammer's got a birthday. I ain't going to say how old Chuck is, but
it's way up there.
Yeah, it's a little higher now.
He's the cordwood stacked high is what you're saying.
Yeah. But old Chuck, he's out there taking care of us with MDOT. Here's a special one.
Okay.
Robin Blackburn Pittington.
How old is she?
I'm not going to say how old she is.
Okay.
You say it. That's the Sheriff Pittington's wife.
Well, his daughter turned 18 yesterday.
Okay. Well, then he got a bunch of birthdays in that family.
He better be buying a bunch of things. His baby girl, Grace, was 18 yesterday.
Well, and it seemed like we just did her birthday not too long ago. It's been a year. But
she graduating?
That's awesome. Happy birthday to y'all. J.W. Pike got a birthday. Skylar Earnhardt turns 18 today. And Zach Jones has a birthday today. So happy birthday to every one of y'all.
And let me say this. This caught my attention. It's been out there for several weeks there. A mega pastor, his name is John Gray, he's been disgraced. He's been caught doing something that he shouldn't have been done. Sex texting scandal. Did I say that right? Sex texting?
Yeah.
And of course, as they get into it, a lot of times it's just, I done it. Stand up to it, and he said it had something to do with his childhood. I don't see how that would make you send a text.
Did he own up to it?
Well, he said he done it after he got caught.
And I'll give him at least kudos for that.
Yeah, it's a big scandal there. His wife's going to end up staying with him, and we wish him luck. And always remember, sinners are everywhere.
I'm a sinner. I have to admit, I hadn't done that. But we all still fall short of the glory of God.
My, oh, my, oh, my there. That did happen there. Let's see what else we got going on today. Everything else is kind of calm as we look across here.
Somebody got a birthday wrong.
Who was it?
So Skylar's 19 today, not 18. So y'all just adding on to Skylar Earnhardt's age.
Wow.
Man.
All right.
19 today.
Tomorrow is Fun Friday as Julia getting ready now. She's working on her makeup now. She'll be in the morning.
Yep. Filling the broom up with gas.
Yeah, she'll be here. Greg's getting prepared as well.
He's brushing his hair and getting it washed.
He's at the hairstylist. It all begins tomorrow morning. The morning show beginning at 7. We'll be here at 6:30 for all your national headlines and things that are affecting America. That starts at 6:30 bright and early tomorrow. Join us, won't you? All right, we need to leave with a Bible verse, something that's good for us. What you got?
What's good for us? Isaiah 43. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing new things. Now it sprung up. Do not perceive it. I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. If you've asked God to forgive you, and He has forgiven you for a sin, that means He has forgotten it. But only if we forget that too. Doesn't matter what we do. If we ask the Lord to forgive us, He will. His love is that good. God sent His only Son to die for us, is how much He loves us. But if we repent, He forgets it, but only if we forget it. Don't dwell in the past. Look forward and what God can do with you in your future. But put Him in your life, and it will change your ways every day. Y'all have a wonderful day. Like you said, Fun Friday coming tomorrow. Until then, we love you.
And never forget, your wife never forgets.
That's right. She did.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.